Are you guys ready for some Thanksgiving? I'm ready for Thanksgiving, and this is just the dessert. Tonight we're doing a complete Thanksgiving dinner, all gelatinized. I will tell you, it looks worse than it smells. Smells like Thanksgiving. Looks like something that you would put in the toilet. Just saying. But I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys have fun. Let's get going. Geek meets East. What's going on, everybody? Jeremy, thank you for joining me. You are my brave counterpart. I know I brought my I wasn't sure if I was going to need it to, or if I'm just going to.
No buckets over here. No buckets.
I don't have a bucket, and I will say I tasted things last night when I was making this, and it was fine because it was warm. Mm-hmm. And today, though, with it being cold and actually solidified, I'm not really sure. So let's say hello to everybody who has joined in. I have lots of blue wrenches, and I appreciate all you guys that are here. So Golden, Matt, the Culinary Trapper, he's here. Thank you for coming. We've been bouncing ideas off of each other for the mini ball challenge that I have to do. I definitely have to get Matt in on the next one. I wanted to wait for him to move. And then Jeremy's going as Evan Sanity tonight, so if you guys see that. Mark, what's going on, my man? Hi, Mom. Are you ready to see your son do crazy things with me? I hope so. Tracy's here. Tracy, she automatically said, thank goodness you didn't ask me to do this. Mitchie, yes, we will be doing a plate burning afterwards. Not a problem. Matthew, my boy. Dana, what's going on? Sassy. Who else has popped in here? BK Phipps, how are you? Teresa Newell. I saw a little bit of what you pulled. Nice job. Roo Crew! Got you up tonight, too. I got you guys on deck. Umpty, how are you, my dude? I got some nice jello modes for sale if anybody's interested. I don't know. I don't know if this is either going to become like a regular thing, like a challenge to jello something else, or if this is going to be a one-time, one-and-done type of thing. So Jeremy, why did you agree to do this with me?
So first of all, good evening to everybody. You're right. What a great crowd we have out there in the comments. So, you posted about doing it, and I thought, that's something I never thought of. Obviously we've all eaten fruit jello. We've all been kids. We've all eaten it as adults probably. But now here we are talking about food, savory food, and it's never, even as a chef, it never crossed my mind to necessarily gelatinize food. So it intrigued me enough. And I'm certainly crazy enough that I figured, let's do this.
What's going on, Fam Funko? Walked in. Mama J walked in. How are you guys? Yeah, so I will have to say, I did one goofy thing. So if you guys see some coloring that's off, it's because I accidentally grabbed beef broth instead of chicken broth. And I know you did. So Jeremy's turkey looks more like what turkey should look like, except for the fact that I have turkey chunks in mine. Hey, cousin, how are you? So I'm going to show you guys my plate. I stored it back here. And we'll start with the turkey here. So as you can see, it is jello. It's solid. On the top is actually a full slice of turkey. And then I have gelatinized cranberry sauce over the top. What? And then we're going to go over here. This is gelatinized mashed potatoes. And then it's solidified again now, and I wish I could peel it up, but I have gravy too. Then for some more chunky consistency, here is the stuffing. And then last but not least, and this is the one I'm worried most about, is the green bean casserole, complete with the French fried onions over the top. So I don't know about you. Well, we kind of talked about it backstage, but I think I over-gelatinized some of this stuff. I think I went a little overboard. I don't know that I'm going to be able to cut through the turkey.
I was a little heavy on the gelatin because I was afraid it wouldn't set up, and I was working with limited supply, so we just did what we did. But I'm good with it because this turkey is definitely Jell-O.
It's not coming out.
It is not coming out.
Yeah, so BK Phipps brings up something. So is Jell-O and everything a real thing back in the day? And from what the research that I did is it was very popular in like the 40s and 50s, and it was something that people like to take to a party. But it was mostly fruit. Now I have seen some savory ones where it's like almost like a chicken salad with celery, some carrots, some shredded chicken, and I don't know what flavor the Jell-O was. And for clarification, I used unflavored gelatin, but I put it in the beef broth, and then I used just water because I was not going to do beefy pumpkin pie. Now, I'm not so worried about this. We may start something with this tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It might be. And Comic Book Poser said that he has to eat some like soft stuff for the next couple of months, and he's like, if this works out, he's like, this opens up a whole world for me. So yeah. Who else just popped in? Jeremy, hey Hidden, how are you? So tell me a little bit about, so you said, we were talking a little bit backstage, but tell me a little about your history. So you, by profession, are a chef, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So years ago, I went to culinary school and decided I wanted to pursue a career as a chef, and I went through that, and then I ended up working in steakhouses. I've done restaurant consulting. I had a catering business for a couple of years. Most recently, I was a chef at a country club, and now I do more menu design and development on the healthcare side. So,
oh, that's very cool.
Yeah.
So you have to like factor in. My mom actually taught nutrition at as a professor at one of the local colleges. And I know there's a lot that goes into that because obviously depending on what their diagnosis is, the sodium factors and everything else. So, I mean, but you also, people always complain about hospital food, but I noticed the one time I was in the hospital, I didn't get to eat. I don't know why, but I did. That's the only time. What's going on, Caitlin? How are you? So what's the best place that you've ever worked as far as being a chef?
Oh, definitely the country club, but I had free reign to use any products that I wanted. And could fly in fresh fish from fresh to the Midwest, but could fly in fresh fish. I could bring in fresh cuts of beef. So we had an endless supply of whatever ingredients we wanted to work with, and I got to experiment a lot and do a lot of different things with different foods. So Mitchie's yelling over my shoulder here that Basil's, which was an Italian restaurant, should have been the best because that's where I met her. But the restaurant was a little rough. So.
Oh, hang on. Caitlin's whining that she doesn't have a wrench, so let me give her.
Okay.
Everybody needs a wrench, apparently.
In the meantime, there's some other things that gelatin is good for. If you don't use a lot of gelatin, it can be used as a thickener almost. So you can get a little bit of creaminess or a little bit of texture out of something that you wouldn't ordinarily get. It's also can be used, I believe, as a preservative. So you could keep stuff in Jell-O and it'll hold longer if you wanted to, like, your stapler, if you're Dwight, but you can put food in Jell-O and it actually will act as somewhat of as a preservative. So, well,
I do say I was so nervous that it wasn't going to work. And I cheated. I'm going to put this out here. I did not cook a turkey, you guys. I didn't have time. I didn't cook a turkey. I bought a Hungry Man turkey dinner. So I had the mashed potatoes, the stuffing, and the turkey in there. I got green beans, cream of mushroom soup with roasted garlic in it, though. I did upgrade just a little bit. So I did kind of make the green bean casserole, and then I bought a pumpkin pie. Yes, cheater, Mama J. I am a cheater. I cheated, but I figured I didn't want to screw up like a $30 turkey, and because I worked during the day, I didn't have time to cook it for like. Slacker. Look at these guys. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody's got it. Yeah. I was thinking about this too, to go back to what I do is I do work closely with dietitians to get those menus developed. But one of the things that I've just thought of as we're getting ready to do this for maybe a future show with somebody else daring enough, all the different thickened liquids, they make that thickener and you can drink honey thick milk or nectar thick orange juice, or beer, or any. I mean, it's a dry powder packet you put in it, and you mix it, and it thickens it.
Why would you want to drink a thick liquid?
So for some people, that have issues with swallowing, they have to drink thickened liquids, and so they'll either be honey consistency. So think about drinking a beer that's the consistency of honey.
That sounds like something that I see. John just walked in. That sounds like something I could challenge John to.
Yes, absolutely.
John and Joanna, get them on there. Joanna was like puking over this, and I don't know. There's some people that are probably watching that are not going to comment because they're like, I don't think I can handle this. I don't think I can handle this. But it was a lot of fun, and these are the types of things where like the geeky side and the food side kind of come together, where it's like, what can I do to push the envelope, or what kind of ideas can we do? Now Saturday is not pushing the envelope because hundreds of people have done it. Thousands of people have done it. I'm going to stick the Satan's toe in my mouth, and it has to be in there for, I think Mama J said, over 8 minutes. I have to keep that in my mouth. So I'm trying to elevate the nerdiness right now, and then I'm just going to dumb it all down on Saturday. So it'll be fun. But are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What do you want to start with? And are you going to chefify and decorate your stuff up?
I did bring a few toppings. So obviously we got the onions for the green bean casserole. I brought some Cool Whip for the dessert, but we'll get to that. In the meantime, I don't know what order we start with. Start with the bad stuff and get it out of the way first. Like the only thing I'm dreading is the green bean casserole.
That's the one I'm dreading too. I hate green beans. I really hate green beans to begin with. It's not I shouldn't say I hate them. I will eat them certain ways. I do make green bean casserole for Thanksgiving, and I will eat that because it has the French fried onions over the top. Do you want to start with the turkey first, or do you want to go with what? You pick in this wheel of disgustingness.
All right, so let's start. I think the turkey is going to be the most easiest. Let's just dip a toe into the shallow end. Start with the turkey. So I've got turkey.
I didn't even bring a fork. I brought the spoon.
I know. I brought both, but I won't be using a fork.
So this is my turkey. And like I said, I think, hey, Elise, roasted green beans, oil, and ranch powder. Yes, I like when you make them like that. If you guys could hear that, I wish my microphone could pick up the noise of what that sounded like coming off the plate. So you can see there are actually chunks of turkey in there. And I got a little bit of cranberry sauce on it. Cheers,
that's a big bite.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers to you. All right, big bite.
That's not so bad. I think having the flavored jell-o helps. The meat flavored jell-o.
I got to tell you, that's pretty bad.
Really? I don't mind it. I really don't. But I have cranberry sauce on mine. I think that would help.
Wow. So it tastes just like turkey. It is what it is. It tastes just like turkey, but I got a big old piece of jell-o in there that really just kind of made the consistency weird out.
Like this piece right here?
Yeah, I like that one.
Well, okay. I scraped the cranberry off. I'm gonna try it. No cranberry. Now I want jell-o. Not so good without the cranberry.
Not so good without the cranberry. All right.
Cranberry makes it.
By the way, if you hear weird sounds in the background, it's Mitchie. She's not handling this well.
Hi, Mitchie.
Hi.
I can't believe my gravy already gelatinized back on top of my potatoes.
Shout out to Pepsi, not sponsored for.
I know. Yeah, I'm going to do a palate cleanser right now. I would think if you had to eat something soft though, and you could do it. But I will say, you guys, Tracy said I'm turning green. Teresa Newell's puking. I never thought I would like cottage cheese. And peaches, never touched it. It looks so gross. And I tried it. It was yummy. Well, yeah, but you try a lot of things, hun, that are.
Lisa tried gelatinizing peaches and cottage cheese.
Yeah, I'll make you some gelatinized peaches and cottage cheese. How does that sound, dear?
I did make my stuffing in the ice cube trays here.
Oh yeah, so you have stuffing fingers, if you will.
I do. I have stuffing fingers. If I can remember how to get them out of here. Yes, I have stuffing. Oh, it's going to break.
Is that Mitchie gagging in the background?
Yep, that's her.
Ruku says, I'm not eating for a while after this. Oh, dear Lord, now I need a bucket. It's not as bad as you could think.
It does. It tastes like turkey, and it tastes like
challenging
or whatever.
I think the turkey, the meat idea, the gelatinized meat idea was probably the thing I was dreading most. Although the look of the stuffing looks like puke. Just saying. Just looks like
Stop it!
Oh, you stop it over there.
Oh, I love that you just jiggled that. All right, are we going for the stuffing? If you guys could hear it, there's like a wet suction sound every time I take
yes.
a spoonful.
Yep.
So you can see I've got a nice jello layer there, and then the stuffing chunks on the bottom. Cheers, my friend.
I love it.
You really like that one? Are you serious?
That one is bon appetit.
That's not bad.
That's really good. That actually adds a little something to it, if you ask me.
You can throw it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I love stuffing though, so.
And it just tastes like it tastes like cold stuffing with. I mixed this pretty good. I mean, I have the layer at the bottom, about a 1/4 inch of jello.
Right.
But other than that, it pretty much just tastes like jello or like stuffing. Ooh, there's a piece of celery over here. Let me try that.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not bad, guys. It's really not.
It really isn't bad. I promise on this one. I think the dessert's going to be really good too.
I think we might have something. We might be able to gelatinize. Like that might be the way to go. Is do the next one, a jello dessert. Hi, Mom. Mom, you want to come over for dinner? Palate cleanser. Now, the potatoes, I thought I got all smart. I was hoping I forgot that it was on the stove. So here, I'll try and get a spoonful of it. I tried to get just some of the... Oh, I got green beans. Hang on. Spoon foul.
Uh-oh.
I can't try the green beans yet. My mom and Lisa both know that I do not like. So I tried to make the beef gravy.
Yep.
But it kind of just ran off, and it got too hot again. So, do you have mashed potatoes?
No, I do not have mashed potatoes.
All right, I'm doing this one solo.
Yeah, I'll eat some turkey and stuffing mixed.
Okay, turkey and stuffing mixed, and I'm going in for mashed potatoes, and you guys can see.
Yummy. Wow. That
Jiggles when you wiggle. So I just put the mashed potatoes, a little bit of gravy, and the jello, beef jello liquid in the blender and blended this up. Is this what folks eat when they go to a home? Could be.
Yeah, we could blend this up really, really smooth and jello it, and that'd be right.
And yes, Ryan, I am drinking cherry Pepsi. It is a palate cleanser. All right, cheers.
Cheers, cheers. I didn't.
Okay. That doesn't taste like anything but cold mashed potatoes. A little more creamy, though. It's not, like if you do homemade mashed potatoes and you put cream in them, that they get kind of like that, like solid, grainy texture. This actually keeps that from happening.
Mm.
It actually does. It's kind of crazy.
I'm just gonna say this. I just went in for a second bite of turkey, and that turkey's nasty.
I'm telling you, the cranberry sauce made it completely.
Yeah.
So far, I would probably finish this plate. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
The turkey is a little tough to take when I can see the slice on the top, and I'm not a huge turkey fan unless my mom makes it. Well, Jeremy and Brandy's poop come out jello-y too. There's solid food still in here, so I think we'll be good.
I'll get back to you and let you know.
Yeah. I honestly, seriously, guys, the consistency of the mashed potatoes is really, here, I got some floppy stuff here.
Yummy.
How's that look, Mitchie?
She's over there cooking herself some real dinner.
That's not bad.
My thing's behind. My thing's behind.
Oh, now this is the one we both are dreading. Green bean casserole.
I can't flip this one over because I tried to take it out and it's going to be a mess now. But what I found that's really disturbing is the onions, the fried onions that are in there. When you put the liquid in there, they got real soggy, and so it just looks awful. But I do like green beans. I like green bean casserole, so it might not be awful.
No, Matt, this is straight out of the fridge, cold Jell-O. Now, what I did for the green bean casserole was to try to get the flavor in the Jell-O. Is I took green beans, cream of mushroom soup with roasted garlic in it, a little bit of heavy cream, and then the French fried onions, and I put them in the blender, and I blended the snot out of them. I mean, these are basically the consistency of baby food.
Yummy.
And then for plating purposes, over the top, I crumbled up some more. Although I got a piece of beef Jell-O.
Yummy.
I crumbled up some more of the French fried onions.
I would eat the pie up there.
Yeah, I'm not looking, Mom. I apologize if I yak. I'm sorry, guys. I do have a bucket here just in case.
This could be the bowl. This one could be the bowl.
And then after this, we got to figure out what, if you guys like the Jell-O thing and you guys want to see it again, I'd love to hear some guesses or some like things that you guys want to see me Jell-O next. Because so far, I thought this was going to be really bad and I never want to do it again. And I'm okay. I'm okay with it. This might kill me though.
Yeah, this one might be rough. I put a little onions on top, little fried onions on top.
And you guys can see this is more like a.
Yeah,
I don't even know what you call it. This is more like a custard.
Yeah, you couldn't cut this up into Jell-O cubes. This gets kind of mushy, and as Teresa said in the comments, there it's a little more of that consistency.
Snot and Jell-O can have the same texture. That is true.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that because we all know that at some point in our lives we've eaten a booger. And that's exactly what this looks like.
If you puke, we all are. All right, well, this one's for you, Roo Crew.
All right, Roo Crew, for your 600. Here we go.
Cheers. Oh.
No? No? Really? You don't like it?
Shut up. Oh. But not good.
Nope. Oh my gosh, that was awful. I didn't think I was going to finish that one. Oh, that was awful.
I got it down. We got it down.
I was going to try to be real cool and make that one go okay, but that was awful.
I've never ate a booger unless it fell into my mouth while I was sleeping. Can we please make sure that doesn't happen anytime in the future again, dear? Oh.
Wow. Wow, that was bad.
I have never tasted baby food unless it's the stuff that my mom and my sister-in-law like straight up make, like vegetables out of our garden. I can imagine that being like 5-year-old green bean baby food. Oh, man.
That gave me the chills. That was so bad.
And the onions came through so heavy in the Jell-O.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that was not good.
That was awful.
Here comes Eric with his useless knowledge that he has. Jell-O can be used for a face mask to cleanse pores. Yes, Jeremy knows all about face masks.
Yeah,
So
we got that covered.
Mm.
Those charcoal masks are amazing. You should try one sometime.
No. When I saw her face as you guys were pulling that off and like her skin was like literally coming off like an inch off of it, I was like, nope.
Oh, that was such a good time. And she didn't even have to do it. That was such a good time.
Oh, I know. Girl, why? That's all I was sitting there. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth. I'm holding my coffee. I'm watching the video. And then she's like, I'm going to do it too. And I'm like, girl, why?
Because it's a face mask.
I know, but it's the a face mask that every single video shows that pulls your skin off your skull.
Yeah.
Mine didn't. Well, how come his didn't?
We purposely bought that one because it had the most reviews that said this is the most painful thing I've ever experienced.
Hey, Mitchie, though, girl, you look good in the sumo suit.
Rocked that
did.
sumo suit.
I got that. So it's right next to Jeremy, actually.
Yep. It's a good looking outfit.
Do you want a new hat?
Ooh.
No.
You want a new hat?
She gave me the sumo hat.
There's an idea. What can we do with food that are like facial and like, because I have honey. I can definitely do honey. We could do salt scrub recipes, guys. We could do stuff with the honey that I have. We could do like all kinds of holistic stuff. Not doing a charcoal mask. Sorry, kids.
Oh, come on. We got some left over.
Yeah, we got some. We'll send it to you.
When I'm listening and he's trying to peel it and you're going, ow, 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 no, ow, what are you doing? I'm like, Nope, no. No.
Good times.
Okay, show me your adorable little skillet.
Yeah, so I have this nice little ramekin with my
cute, guys?
pumpkin pie in it.
Now, I blended it up because I was also worried about the crust getting kind of soupy and soft.
Yep.
It smells really good. So I already decorated mine with Cool Whip because my kitchen's on the other side of the house. But Jeremy is going to show us how it's done. Yes, Mom, you have plenty of lavender out front, too.
All right.
I'm actually excited for this one.
I'm actually excited for this one, too.
I would try that one.
Well, you may get to, Mitchell. Come on over. So you can try this.
It's just the pumpkin pie. I promise we won't make you eat the green bean casserole. That's bad.
Yeah.
I won't eat any of the other stuff. He's already been aware.
You want to sit? Come sit.
So, yes, Ryan, this is a full piece of pumpkin pie. And then I took hot water that I dissolved gelatin in and poured it into the blender and blended it up.
Because it's jello.
Why does it look like? But I thought it was going to look like
jello.
What's that other white stuff laying
That's
on?
the crust. I just took mine and jammed it into the ramekin.
Teresa Newell says, Mitchie, take a bite.
Yeah, here it goes.
All right.
Camera's not great. I'm on my laptop, but
cheers.
You're spitting out the jello. That's not fair. You can't spit out the jello.
That's pretty good.
That jello piece kind of felt weird in my mouth.
Yeah, so mine's blended. And I think if you do it this way, hey, Infinity, I think if you do it this way where it's fully blended, it really isn't. This is good.
It's not bad.
Oh, that's money.
But that piece of jello felt funny.
That's good.
That wasn't bad, though.
I love pumpkin pie. This is good.
So look there, I tried something now.
That might be
Jello pumpkin pie.
That might be a new thing for real.
Tell her I didn't let you use the blender.
If I sent you my formula recipe, would you have Teresa and Dana try it with you, drink it? It depends on what's in it. Because as far as I know, Matthew, you don't have to taste that. All right. Tops, out of the 5 things that I made, number 1 would be the pumpkin pie.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 2 would probably be the stuffing. Number 3, I'm going to say the turkey with the cranberry. Number 4, the mashed potatoes. And number 5, the epitome of I'm throwing that whole container of that out, is the green bean casserole. In fact, I don't know that I'm ever going to be able to eat green bean casserole the same now. It's delicious.
I think the hands down the best, the star of the show is the pumpkin pie for sure. I actually loved the stuffing as well. That was a close number 2 for me. Mm-hmm. Then by far, well, I would say for me, the turkey and the green bean casserole were a close last, but I'll say turkey, and then the worst was the green bean casserole by far. I mean, the green bean casserole was the worst thing I've ever eaten in my whole life.
Well,
But the turkey was bad.
I'm telling you, if you put cranberry sauce, it works. Hey, Bobbert, how are you? Bobbert, do you since you're late and Anthony's late, do you guys need to see me take another bite of the turkey? I will do that for you guys.
I'll take another bite of it all together at the same time.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right, we'll get some turkey, and here's some mashed potatoes. I don't know if I can do some more green bean casserole.
Don't forget the green beans.
Oh my god, that's gonna spoil this whole bite, and I'm losing it because it's falling off my spoon.
I know. I'm trying to work
All right,
magic.
I got some green bean at the end. It almost looks like wasabi.
Did you get pumpkin pie on there too?
I didn't.
I'm doing everything.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, you don't have to. I'm just saying.
I'll get it on here. I gotta find some room on the spoon.
Gluttons for punishment.
That's a full-on mix, guys. I got the pumpkin pie on the side.
That's a lot.
This is Thanksgiving on a spoon, kids.
Absolutely gelatinized. Cheers to you. Mm.
Mm.
Oh,
That is way too many textures in one bite.
that was wow.
Because the stuffing has turned into like these gummy balls of
Oh,
oh.
that was a bad idea. We shouldn't have done that.
Oh. Well, I had to do something. This is like literally. Here's my. I don't know if I could pick it up or not. No, it's falling apart. It's starting to get warm. I was gonna pick up the chunk of turkey so they could see it.
Yeah.
All right. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that these Jell-O challenges are something you guys want to see more of? And is it only because I'm the one eating it and you don't have to, or was this lame? The chat has to say.
I loved it personally, and I can think of a million things you could gelatinize.
Oh yeah. Well, see, I will. Before you stepped in and suggested Thanksgiving, I was going to do a steak and roasted potatoes and roasted broccoli because I thought broccoli would probably tip me over the edge as far as putting that in Jell-O. True story. Lisa's daughter used to play travel volleyball, and we went to Toledo, and we cut up vegetables and everything else. And the broccoli was a little suspect when we cut it up, and we had it in a cooler. But I kid you not, the next day, the entire car reeked like someone had shat themselves.
Yeah.
And we couldn't figure out where it was coming from. What is that? What is it? We thought it was somebody's shoes. I mean, that's how like raunchy it was. Oh no, it was the bag of cut up broccoli that was in the cooler, and it just went rancid. Absolutely rancid.
Yeah, broccoli's bad when it goes bad. It gets really, really out of control. Mitchie suggested macaroni and cheese would be good in Jell-O.
Oh, that is one that would work. All right, I'm gonna write these down.
I want to think outside the box and go with like Chinese food or tacos or chicken Alfredo or something like that.
Dinner leftovers. Any leftovers?
Spaghetti smoothies like Mitchie likes. I'm still eating this pumpkin pie. What's wrong with me?
My mom just sent me a thing. It's called Weird Things Between Bread. So we can do weird sandwiches too. One time I smelled a dead animal in my son's car, and it was his shoes. Yeah, but Paul's car is kind of like my mom's car, where there's like feral pigs running around in there. Seafood. Ooh, let's do lobster rolls in Jell-O. Butter flavored Jell-O.
Oh yeah, you could do absolutely drawn butter Jell-O.
Drawn butter. Oh, there we go. Lise, if I do crab leg Jell-O, would you eat it? Spam and Jell-O. What is with you guys in spam?
I do love Spam.
But that was a bad bite because I accidentally got French fried onions in the Cool Whip.
Oh, yummy.
Pizza rolls.
Ooh, Jell-O pizza rolls.
Oh, your mom just called you out. Jeremy's shoes used to smell dead.
Hey, Mom, no stories. I'm just kidding. I would venture to guess that's true.
So, which one of you guys is tuna jello? No, Sassy, I can't do tuna. That I will puke. No, I wouldn't do the crab thing. You chicken. You're a chicken.
Sardines.
Yeah, but
I can't do those when they're not in jello.
yeah,
It has to be, pizza rolls is a good one.
A full Lunchable.
Sushi.
What'd you say?
Sushi.
Oh, sushi, yeah. Mitchie's saying just tear off the top of a Lunchable and pour the Jell-O in it and make a
Or
Lunchable.
blend it.
That could work.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, Mom, type in the chat.
I do like the cottage cheese idea.
All right, well, I'm going to make her eat that, though. She's the one that said she would probably eat that one. So, Lise, guess what? Tag team. You're coming in for the peaches and cottage. That's going to look bad.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just going to put the peach half in the bottom.
Mm.
And then I'll get a peach jello. Shut up, Mom. Shh, shh, shh. Casserole jello. Oh, like tuna noodles casserole.
Oh, yeah.
Like hamburgers.
Well, that's also, you see those like meatloaf, not meatloaf necessarily, but you see the Jell-O molds that they used to do, and it would be the entire meal layered on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been fun to do too. But after taking a bite with everything mixed in, I don't see how that's good.
No, because if you're stuck with that one layer and it permeates into another layer, it's ruined your entire slice of Jell-O.
Yes.
Circus food. I know, Mom. That looks like fun. I'm gonna have to check that out afterwards. That would be a good time. She said circus food. What else? Like, all right, guys, come on, keep them coming. Ox tongue, Eric. We're not. No, this is like head cheese. No, Teresa, no, it's not. There are no brains in my mouth, nor were there brains in my mouth at any point in time. I can't do the brains. Like, I've watched Rhett and Link in Good Mythical Morning where they've done like the pig anus and like sheep's testicle. Nope.
The offal, like the stomach lining and the intestines, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would maybe, if I hit 1,000 subs, I would maybe try head cheese.
Oof.
Yeah, but Lisa, the things that you make, okay, it's really, really good, but Lisa's family makes this pickled bologna, and she grinds up pickles and bologna like in a meat grinder. It's really, really good, but the look of it is not great. Like, if you saw this just sitting there, it's definitely like a Northern Michigan thing. It's delicious. Hey, Caitlin. Okay, nobody worry, I'm back. Oh, thanks. How penis? What is with Matthew?
Matthew. We had a restaurant here in the town that we live in for years growing up, and they served brain sandwiches and cow tongue. Now, cow tongue I actually think is pretty good, but I can't do a brain sandwich. I just can't do that.
Lime cheese Jell-O with cottage cheese, onions, vinegar, and mayo. Well, I thought about if we do the Mexican night to do like tacos and then Jell-O your salsa and Jell-O your guacamole. Oh, I wonder if we could do gelatinized nachos, like use like the beef flavored like for your beef and then Jell-O cheese.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here, guys. We got a definite thing here.
Your chips are going to get soggy, but
yeah. Or you could just dip your. Well, they'd have to be some thick chips though to get through some Jell-O salsa.
Right.
We went to a place that up in Imlay City, which is just north of here, and he for Halloween he did like some ocular muscle, so it was the eye muscle. It was delicious, and I'd never had tongue before. That almost pushed me over the edge. I did eat the beef tongue, but I could see like the taste buds on the top. That almost did it. Yeah. Yeah. Refried beans and Jell-O. Sauerkraut Jell-O mold. We could do October. We'll do that in October, Eric. Oktoberfest.
Love it.
Sauerbraten and all kinds of stuff. Bratwurst, sauerkraut. Just, it's not so bad. I think you guys think like you guys are thinking like the fruit jello and it's sweet and this. I'd let it come. I'd warmed it up to get it out of the molds, so it was basically room temperature. I think if it was super cold, the potatoes were cold. It might be a little bit worse, but it wasn't so bad. And nothing that we had tonight. People have like cold leftovers, from Thanksgiving, and if you actually make homemade gravy, it's going to gelatinize anyway the next day. And so you have to warm it up to get it back into the consistency of it being a liquid. So, it really wasn't bad. Am I glad that I did this? Yes. Like, I have been nervous, like, having, like, meat sweats all day thinking about doing this. So, all right, Eric, can I line you up for Oktoberfest?
Get it, Eric. It's not bad. You're right. It isn't like eating strawberry jello with turkey.
No.
It was an unflavored gelatin, unless you use chicken broth or turkey broth or beef broth in your case. And then you're just going to get the flavors that you want anyway. It's just the texture. It's merely the texture that you got to get past.
Yeah, if you can get past having like chunks and stuff, and then like the smooth of the jello, you'd be fine. Challenge. I've got the challenge out there for Eric there. If he's going to do Oktoberfest,
he's throwing out haggis.
Oh, there he goes.
I think I'm out on haggis.
Yeah. What else? Oh, we could do Scotch eggs though too. Scotch eggs and jello. I've seen those 1,000-year-old eggs or whatever.
Yeah, the duck eggs.
Or the one. Lise, what was that thing? What were those called where they ate them? And I'm not trying to be gross. I'm not trying to make anybody quit saying chunks. I'm not trying to make anybody like completely grossed out. What were those eggs, hon, that they did with? They had like baby. It was kind of bad, but it's like a delicacy. They actually have baby.
There are baby chickens in there, baby ducks. Yeah, yeah. They were eggs that went past but never birthed, and then pickled and cured for like 500 years or something ridiculous. Yeah, nasty.
Like, I will do a stinky cheese challenge. I will do anything that you guys want. If you guys, like, after we're done here, if you guys can leave comments on here on what you guys want to see. Now, a couple of things that are coming up, and I have some more questions for Jeremy. I'm not doing blood sausage. I've seen Rhett and Link gag on that.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, 100-year-old eggs. There you go, Teresa. No, there you go. So, where was I going to go with this? I just lost my train of thought. I'm watching the chat and I'm like laughing about stuff and quit saying chunks. Chunk.
Anybody who's out there that is brave enough, I would dare you and Brandy, you as well, to do the durian fruit.
That I'd have to do outside though, and yeah, I've watched some videos. Lisa, were we watching that video on the durian, or was I home? I don't remember. That it's either something that you find like the smell, you love it, or it's something that it will make you gag. And I don't know. I will try it because I've heard the flavor. If you can get past the smell, the flavor is really good.
I beg to differ.
No.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm all right. Wait, where did it go? All right, John. If I can get the nerve up to do blood sausage, you're game on. The durian fruit, hon, we can get it at that Asian market that's in Troy. I saw them there, but we'd have to cut it outside because it's very, very stinky. And we probably have to go to the dollar store and buy a knife that we can throw away and a cutting board that we can throw away afterwards.
It is very, very. Yeah, you almost have to burn your clothes. I mean, it is very stinky. I can't think of a better word. It's very stinky.
I want to try the what's the plum? The super sour plum.
So we have that coming up. We're not doing it, but we won a box battle, and the person that we had on is going to have to eat that. So we're going to see that in person here soon.
what are they called? Like asha something? Plum
Yeah,
something?
I just know they're the sour. They're like one of the most sour things in the world, and it's the sour plum. That's all I know by. But it is some funny.
No. Caitlin, I'll film this one on Lisa's pool deck.
Your neighbors will love you.
What did they have at Kroger, Mom? The plums or the durian fruit? If they had durian fruit in Kroger, I didn't smell it. I did smell them when we went to the Asian market. Like we walked by them and they had some cut open.
You won't smell if they're not cut open. If they're not cut open, you can bring them in your house. But if they're cut open, forget about it. And you're living with it for a while if you cut them in your house.
But I was watching this guy, and he had several different kinds, and he was like digging his hands in there and like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Can we do like chocolate ice cream and good stuff? You guys want to do a dessert Jell-O show, John? Will that?
I think he's just wanting to do dessert. Period. No Jell-O.
Dessert period. No Jell-O.
He just wants to come on and eat ice cream.
We can do that. Okay. This is what we'll do. Mr. Ice himself over right there. You know, Mr. Hockey. All right. Let's see who can build the tallest ice cream sundae.
Ooh. Yeah.
Jackfruit. They had jackfruit at Kroger? I didn't see that. Okay, so while you guys are here, and I know I put it in the post, but if you guys go to the first video with Tracy and Mary before Saturday and pick who you think it's going to be, who's going to win. So either hashtag Brandy or hashtag Nick. Who's going to win? So whoever taps out first and has to go for something to drink or something to cool down, or if I pull that sucker out of my mouth, whoever loses has to provide a prize. So if you guys head over to the first video, you don't have to do it right now. So anytime between now and Saturday, and whoever you think is going to win, if you put that in the comments, either hashtag Nick or hashtag Brandy. So part of what I'm going to give, and I'm not giving this one out because it's my bag of it, but part of what I'm going to be doing is my mom got me hooked on Bones Coffee. So I will if I lose, then whoever picked Nick to win and gets chosen will be able to go to the Bones Coffee website and choose either ground or whole bean coffee of your choice, of your favorite flavor. This stuff is amazing. This one is red velvet. They have a maple bacon, which I've done. Which that's actually what's in the coffee maker now. So this would be part of what you will win, or if I lose, that I'm going to send out. So you will get to pick your flavor and a bag of Bones Coffee, which is amazing. Not a sponsor. I wish they would be, but they're not. All right, Mr. Jeremy, I have a couple questions for you.
All right, let's hear them.
What is the best meal that you've ever had?
Oh, wow.
Ross, I said we work it out.
Yeah, I think it was a braised beef dish that I had in Puerto Rico. But really, the best dish I ever had was deep fried cheesecake with a macadamia nut ice cream, and that was with a caramel sauce, the whole deal. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was a great dessert. So I've recreated it, but never as good as the original.
And that's something fun. And if you guys like something from a restaurant, and that's part of what we're going to do too. I have the cookbook somewhere. Somewhere. I have the how to recreate like restaurant secret recipes. So that's going to be part of what I'm going to do. I just have to get Lisa to start taping me because I can't hold the camera and cook at the same time. Red Velvet coffee is amazing. I don't know if there's any left though. But this is whole bean because I have a grinder on the top of mine. But I want to try the restaurant secret recipes too. But those are just going to be videos. Those aren't going to be lives. I don't think you can be live and cook at the same time. You know, I don't think because there's so much going on. But I'm going to try do that kind of stuff too. Ever make cheesecake with Madagascar vanilla? Actually, I don't know. My mom had a huge bottle of imported vanilla that we got. Hey, Juliana, how are you? So I don't, but true story. Since Jeremy just brought that up about recreating, I was like 21, 22. I went to Europe with my mom, and we went and had some sort of a snack or dinner or whatever at Harrods. And down, one of the things that I try everywhere I go is creme brulee. This happened to be a white chocolate creme brulee, and it had raspberries in it. So fast forward 15 years later, and we go down to a restaurant in downtown Detroit. And my mom could tell you this is true. And so what I was trying to do at the time was restaurant reviews without saying that I was doing a restaurant review, because I just wanted to, I did a website for a while and put on exactly what I thought. In fact, a couple of them that I gave bad reviews to, not because of me, but they were already on their way out the door. Hey, Foxy. I had their creme brulee. They had a creme brulee on there, and so I tasted it, and I handed the card to them that I was going to put this online, and I emailed them, and it turns out that the pastry chef at that restaurant trained at Harrods in London, and that was the exact same recipe, and he couldn't believe that I knew that they were the same. That was one of the coolest feelings in the world, to be able to talk to someone, because that was like my dream come true, to become a chef. I wanted to go to culinary school, but I ended up doing business and I hated it. Brandy, Jeremy in chat. Hi, Foxy. Mom, Foxy's here.
Hey, Foxy.
Mwah.
Mitchie's blowing you kisses, Foxy.
Yeah, my mom said true story. Mom, your illegitimate child just walked in.
I can tell you as a culinary school guy that some of the best chefs I ever worked with, and some of the best chefs I know, and some of the best chefs you see on a lot of the reality shows like Top Chef and things like that, didn't go to culinary school.
Mm-hmm.
And what culinary school can have a tendency to do is teach you to live within the box. And chefs who don't go to culinary school, who work through that, they've got way more creative minds, and they think outside the box, and they say, hey, what if you put this with this? And I'm saying you can't do that. And they're going, why not? And that's what I like about the non-culinary school route, about just getting in kitchens and practicing and playing with food and doing stuff.
Thank you for talking about
I'm not talking about you, Mitchie. But yeah, I mean, culinary school is great, but it's the environment of the kitchen and playing with the ingredients and getting to know and being in certain places where you get to play with something like Madagascar vanilla and saffron and things you don't readily have a real true saffron that you don't readily have available. That's a fun opportunity.
That's been my parents' problem with me since I was a kid. Is I didn't want chicken nuggets and fries. I wanted chicken cordon bleu and truffle mashed potatoes and everything. That my parents were like, "You're not having a $50 dinner when you're 6." Mom, it's your fault. I mean, honestly, then she's like, "You're helping. If you don't like what I'm cooking, then you cook." And it's one of those things that's in your blood. Either you like to cook or you hate cooking. There's not really a middle ground other than survival. Unless you're Fox and you're now trying 17 million different ways to make ramen noodles.
You betcha.
And Fox, I still haven't seen you do the chicken and Ruffles. So I'm going to try and do that because but I might use the Baby Yoda pancake maker to do the Ruffles, if you will.
Love it.
I still want chicken nuggets and fries. Yes, they are great.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets and fries are good. I'm not knocking those. I'm just saying, my parents were like, why do you have to order the most expensive thing on the menu? Because when you're a kid, you think that's going to be something outside of the box. Obi, hi, buddy. But I couldn't even tell you. Like, I can tell you, like, certain dishes that are the best I've ever had. Like, the best oyster po' boy I ever had is a restaurant I'll never be able to find again in New York City. That is, like, the best sandwich. One of the best sandwiches I've ever had in my life. I could tell you where the first time I ever tried foie gras. I can tell you the first time I ever had truffle, and like honest to goodness truffle, and it was all in New York City. We had Wagyu beef for the first time, like actual Wagyu beef, in the bottom of the what's it called, Waldorf Astoria Hotel. They had a restaurant down there, and we had salt blocks, and we were cooking it on that because it's just
it's amazing.
It is. I mean, it's so much fun. Now, worst meal? Have you ever had where is like a place you will never go back to eat ever again?
I'll be honest with you. Well, this comes down to something. Well, this isn't even necessarily about the food. I actually used to work where I'd go in and out of restaurants all the time, and I walked out. I followed an owner of the restaurant outside in the parking lot. And this lady was standing next to me talking to me. And while she was talking to me, she snorted in and then spit the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on the ground in the parking lot. And I thought, everything starts at the top, right? If the owner is disgusting, then the managers are disgusting, which then the kitchen staffs are disgusting. And then you just start working it through. And then I've always been real close with our health inspectors. And so there's places I won't eat, but I don't know that I can say I've ever sat down and eaten something that I didn't, it was just so bad it was inedible. Like I know what it's supposed to taste like. If it doesn't taste like that, it's not necessarily inedible. It's just not good. So
my big pet peeves are like if something's supposed to be hot.
Yeah.
If it comes out ice cold, we went to a fancy steakhouse in downtown Detroit, and all of our food, after waiting for almost 90 minutes to eat, and it all came out ice cold. I'm not paying $50 for a steak when it's ice cold. And then hair. That is instant me vomiting over every single surface. And that I've now had 3 meals from this restaurant. I kept giving them a chance here in town. The one time the cream or something had gone rotten in the Alfredo. Like you could taste that it had turned. One time there was a hair. And one time it came out ice cold. And that was like 3 strikes, you're out. I'm sorry. I can't come back here anymore.
Yep. No.
I didn't name it. Lisa still likes going there for breakfast. And I've had their breakfast. It's okay. But Iraq was the worst meal I ever had. Okay, elaborate. Are you talking about like MREs? Because I don't. That's something else I wanted to try. Is an MRE.
Yeah, I would like to try an MRE. I will tell you one of the best meals I ever had too. I forgot about this until you were just saying something. It reminded me. But there's a restaurant in Chicago called Three Forks, and they have dry aged beef, and it's like 120-day dry aged. I mean, it's funky, but it's like purposely funky, and it's delicious. It's tender. It's amazing. It's literally dry age is a controlled rotting. So they just set them in these temperature controlled rooms and let that beef sit there and kind of deteriorate without bacteria formation and all that. But they'll sit it there for 120 days, months, 6 months, as long as you want them to. And then it gets this real strong beef flavor, and it's amazing.
I ate with an Iraqi family and essentially had raw goat. Nope. That was one of the most fun meals. Okay, so little side story. Mom, I'm calling you out, and if Dad's listening, I'm sorry. My mom and I have a tendency that when we get to wine pairing things, my mom and I we're not drinkers, so we get a little bit louder towards the end. The very first thing that came out was a carrot consomme, like gelatinized consomme. Maybe that's where I got the idea for this. I mean, it pretty much was the same color as this pie.
Yeah.
And it was like the size of a postage stamp. And then there was something else that was there, and my mom and I were looking at each other like, I'm a big girl. I'm 6'3". This is not going to cut it, right? Mm-hmm. And it was delicious, and like if you go along with like over time, plus you're filling yourself with wine. I had more wine in me than I had food by the end of that. But it was a good time. It was a very good time. I think they said on the TV show, maybe Diners and Drive-Ins or something like that. What, raw goat? Oh, the aged meat thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The dry aged beef is popular. It's real trendy, actually, in some parts of the country. But I've eaten cooked goat, and I enjoyed it. It was good. But that's cooked. I can't imagine eating raw goat.
Is it as gamey as sheep? Like as like mutton is? Because I can't really do lamb and mutton and stuff.
No, I think lamb's way more gamey. But I had it in what was it called? Kebabs is what it was called. But what it looked like was from a Greek restaurant, and what kebabs were turned out to be looks like a quesadilla, but it's ground goat, and I thought it was delicious. So.
Well, my mom says she's got some sort of spicy jerky for me to try. Mom,
Good.
you might have to give me a week after Saturday to rebuild my insides.
So I will tell you that the packaging that you're going to see on that is 5 minutes in your mouth without drinking. Now, if you go 8, good luck to you. I couldn't do it the first time. The second time I made it 5 and I paid for it. I don't think I could do 8. So good luck.
Well, Troy did like 7 minutes, and I think they called it at Foxy, are you still in here? It was between Fox and Troy, and it was who could go longer. So I got to go back and watch Mama J's show and find out how long that he actually lasted, because I just want to beat Troy. And that's my goal, is to beat Troy.
Gotcha.
Hey Sharon, how are you? Fox should be able to help you with ramen meals. I hope Fox will help me with ramen meals. Mom, Fox is coming on next week for May the 4th. We're hoping. Yeah, I know Troy won, Matthew. But we're hoping 1730 Leia comes back, but we'll see. Yeah, I know Troy won it, but it was like 7 minutes and 38 seconds. I think they called it just because it was like 1738, or it was closer to 8 minutes. They lasted 10 to 15. Are you serious, Caitlin? I'm going to go back and check, because whatever they do, I have to go longer.
Ooh.
I have to do it. I have to do it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to try.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch that. My what was funny is a funny story about that. My son and I had a channel, and we both did it. And so the rules say you can't spit, you can't let the drool out. You have to swallow. So I was doing that, but he was just letting it all run down his face, right? So he had literally had burn marks down his chin, and then he had gotten it all over his dog tag necklace that he wears. And the next day or a couple of days later, he was wearing that necklace at school, and he lifted it up and put it in his mouth, and he said it was like on fire all over again. So yeah, be careful.
Yeah, well, I've survived the gummy bear. I've survived the one chip. I've survived the death nuts. And speaking of death nuts, you guys, Friday night is going to kick off 2 days of spicy. 2 days of spicy. And this is what I'm talking about. So big shouts out to the Rue Crew. 600 subs. Congratulations, you guys. I'm so glad you hit that milestone. Friday night at 8:30. I think Sassy's coming on now. Obi's going to be in there. Obi's doing the challenge. So that's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to do the death nuts. That's the first thing I started with. I almost gagged putting them in my mouth the first time. That's what she said. And then it got a little bit easier to go after my mouth just lost all feeling. Sucker, where do you rank it on? If you've done the death nuts, you've done the one chip, and you've done the sucker, where do you rank them in that?
I would say forget the Scoville units, because you want to go, 9 million Scoville units. It's obviously going to be the worst. It's not. So my ranking would be the one chip I thought was going to send me to the hospital. And then the toe was number 2, followed by death nut, then the rest of them. And the toe was number 2 because the second time I did it, it made me, after I swallowed all that for 5 minutes or however long it was there, it eventually came back up and burned a second time. It was bad.
Yeah, so Umpty just brought up a good point too. If you guys have an Instagram, please go to Umpty Scratch. He has a link. He is doing this awesome charity event. So I already donated. I hope that you guys can help him out. He's trying to hit $240. The higher amount of money that he goes, the more things that he gets to add during the week to help him. But he's basically all he gets for how many days is it, Umpty? I don't know if it's 3 days or 5 days, but all he gets is a ration of what a Syrian refugee gets to eat. And if you guys actually read when you go to the charities page, if you read what he has to work with, it's not a lot, guys, and it makes you like really realize how thankful you should be that we live where we do in the abundance, and we can do things like turn perfectly good food into jell-o. Oh no, I'm not doing the challenge. But if you guys can check it out, Dana, thank you for dropping the link. It's 7 days, so he has to go 1 week. But the more money that he earns, the more he can add things in, like proteins and stuff like that. And I think it's over $1,000. He gets to add a cup of coffee or something. So it's like those special things. But he gets it's like lentils or something. He gets like 6 ounces or 12 ounces of oil that he can use throughout the entire week. So he's really going to live and eat like a refugee would. And I couldn't do that because of me and my blood sugar issues. If you can ask my mom and you can ask Lisa, I get hangry. So it's not even something I can help. I think it's an amazing thing. So if you guys can find it in your heart to help him out, that would be great. Sassy, what do you got? 7 boxes left, Sass? If you guys can head to Sassy's Instagram, I think she's got 7 mystery boxes left. At least as of earlier today, I saw 7. So if you guys can check her out, help her out. Let's close that out for her and grab one. Who else has got mystery boxes going on? Anybody? I know Nick sold out.
Yeah, Nick sold out.
Somebody else I saw just put one up today. Collector Royale. So Wendell, Hip Hop Master Collector, the guy who's got the signed TLC Pops, he's got a $75 Anything Goes box. It's got, you can get anything from Pokemon to Funko Pops, the signed Funko Pops. He's got some Back to the Future. There's like some really cool stuff. I think the minimum value is $50 or $60, and I think more than 6 out of the 10 or 20 that he's got, something like that. It's more than half of what he has is going to be overvalue. In the past, if you guys have seen those, it's great. So I had a lot of fun doing those. Sometimes he does them live, and I know that there's additional prizes. So usually what we do, we get in there, you pay the money, he opens the box on camera and shows you what you got for that number, and then there's always add-ins. So he's a super cool guy. He just opened his store. He's doing the thing on May 5th now. So Cinco de Mayo, I think it's May 5th. May 4th or 5th. He is going to be live on a platform. So if you go to Hip Hop Master Collector Instagram, there is information on how you can actually join in the live with the 2 surviving members of TLC. We're going to be on with him, and they're going to actually be signing more Pops that night. So that's super cool. Saturday,
Nice.
Yep, so is Satan. And then, hey, what's going on? Stop at JLH in the house. And then next Tuesday night is May the 4th. That is the day before I get my second shot. No. Yeah, this is the day before I get my second shot. No, that is the day I get my second shot. Today I get my second shot. I am going to be having a lightsaber chopstick battle with Ginger Pops, with John from JLH, and with Foxy. And I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We haven't decided if we're going to actually order Oriental food and try to eat it with lightsaber chopsticks. They actually let up, kids. It'll be fun. Or if we're going to do like different challenges, like you have to pick up an ice cube, or how many grains of rice can you do in 30 seconds. So I haven't figured that out yet, but we'll be having a good time. What do you guys got coming up, Jeremy? Let's hype your channel. Make sure, can one of my mods drop a link to Let's Start a Pop Collection, please?
Appreciate that. What's that? So Mitchie has a wrench now. She wanted me to point that out. Oh yeah, Mitchie said she doesn't have a wrench in here though.
I gave her one.
She'll be all right. So, oh yeah, she does. Now she's all excited. Okay, so coming up on our channel, we've got we do Box Battle Tuesdays. You know, that's our thing. So yep. We love the Box Battle Tuesday. We've got some great boxes coming up for our Thursday videos, and we've tried to do a lot of things where we've kind of joined up. I wanted to do some regular things where we do box battles with other channels, but sometimes the schedules just get really hectic and really hard to do. So, so we're still open and willing to do that. We have our Sunday night live streams, and then we're going to put Pops in a Pint kind of on a when we have something to celebrate, when there's something, you know, a milestone, or there's something that we want to share, we'll do that. But it's not going to be as regular as every Friday. It'll just be kind of a hit or miss, go as we can, because there's a lot of great live streams, and we like to be guests as much as we like to be live ourselves. So anytime, we're always open to coming on and being a guest on somebody else's. So that's kind of what we do.
I want to thank everybody who has shown me some love, and I know that this is a far stretch from what we normally do and what we've done in the past. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. 76 subs, and I was at 70 right before we started this live. So I mean, thank you guys very much. I really do hope that you guys are finding things fun. Make sure you guys comment and let me know things that you guys want to see, or most of you guys have me on Instagram. Reach out to me if there's something you guys want to see. I will push myself. You guys already know that. And Jeremy, I hope you enjoyed your jellified Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know if I'm going to eat the rest of that or throw it out. I'm definitely not eating the green bean casserole.
I enjoyed the dinner, but I enjoyed the company more, so thank you.
Yes. Obi, thank you for reminding me. On the channel header, if you guys are interested, I do have Geek Meets Eats swag on our Teespring, or my Teespring. Obi got one. He actually got the mask, so hang on one second. So Obi got the Geek Meets Eats mask. I know that several other people have ordered shirts. I have mugs on there. I have the water tumblers, the insulated water bottles in there and everything. If you guys are interested, if you guys like the logo, head over to the Teespring, check it out. I put it as low as they would let me go before they said, no, you can't do that. You can't. You're going to lose money. So I put them as low as I can. If you guys like it, head over there, check them out. Make sure that you guys are checking out. To go and check out Let's Start a Pop Collection. They did another challenge today. The past couple of weeks have been so fun to watch in the morning, laughing my rear end off. I actually spit coffee when Mitchie tried to do the cartwheel. So yeah, it was like coming out the nose and everything. It was bad. Obi says, I work to work. My security people asked, and I plugged the channel. Thank you, my dear. Thank you very much. I'm really having fun doing this, and there's like no pressure to do whatever. So can you drop your Teespring? Let me see if I can real quick. I don't even know. So what else you guys got coming up? Anything good?
I mean, nothing crazy. We are trying to venture out and do some new things. We're going to kind of try to incorporate some more non-Funko to bring it back to Funko stuff, like play a miniature golf game and see who wins and gets to spend the money on Macari, or go to the arcade and see if we can win a Funko Pop from the ticket, counter, but even crazy stuff. Like I just ordered, I don't know how we'll incorporate this, but I just ordered my gold pans because I have pay dirt coming in the mail. So I'm going to do some gold panning and use the gold to buy pops or something crazy. We're just going to do some new things that we can bring back to what we originally started the channel for, but also branch out and be a little bit different than anyone else. So.
And I think it's fun. Like I said, we were talking. I think the challenges that you guys do, because they're fun and you guys enjoy them. I don't know why it's down right now. I don't want to be in the creator. I want to see the. One second. I'm trying to figure it out. I love that you guys are doing that, and I love that people are starting to branch out into even more products, and it it's not just Funko. I think it's something that has been a long time coming, and it's been fun. It's been fun watching other people branch out. Dana, no, I'll find it. I'll put it on Instagram. I don't know what I'm doing wrong right now. I can't remember my password for Teespring. Hey Cisco, yeah boy. But thank you again, kind sir, for taking this adventure with me, and we'll see you guys Friday night for Roo Cruise 600 celebration, and then Saturday when Gem Pops and I, Nick, we do our spicy challenge. That'll be at 3 o'clock. That gives me enough time that I can have a day and a half to recover before I have to go to work. So thank you guys again. I hope you guys had fun. Make sure you head over to the first video, the beer tasting, and either comment #Nick or #Brandy, whoever you think is going to win the battle, and the loser has to provide a prize. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. I know Mama J is coming on late, so you got about an hour and 45 minutes until Mama J is coming on. So get yourselves some Jell-O snacks and enjoy it. Enjoy some time, and then we'll see you guys over on Mama J. Have a good night, everybody.